Hello guys and welcome here to our GCN season preview. I am Brian James. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Also, if you guys are interested over on the Sports Collaboration Network, I believe we are still live streaming our fantasy football draft, our second one that we are going to be featuring on that channel. So if you have any interest in fantasy football, I forgive you if you go over there and watch that. Of course, this video will still be here once that live stream is done. So just want you to keep that in mind. Before we begin, I want to say thank you. And of course, be sure to subscribe. Follow us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, check our website. Keep in mind, most of our updates are on Discord. It is not required, but I highly suggest it. And I want to just highlight as well that this season we will not be doing 5 races a week. We will be doing races on weekends, and then we'll have an occasional midweek race, and that'll be on either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, depending on the series. Obviously, the Cup would be on a Wednesday. So just want to put that out there. And of course, in the past, every week I have released, like before the beginning of the week, I have released a weekly schedule of when these races will be out. From now on, I'm going to release a monthly calendar at the end of each month. And that'll be released probably tomorrow on our Discord and social media websites. So, Gel Cup Series, it's 36 races, 47 entries, but there are 57 at Daytona, almost 60. And then, of course, we got 16, the same playoff system. Lyft National, it's going to be 33 races, but instead of 4, it'll be 3 double points races. We have a strict 38 entry limit, and then we have our 7 race playoff with the round of 12 and round of 8 and championship 4. Hitachi Truck Series, it's 23 races. We have 2 double points races, 36 entries, and then, of course, we have a 7 race playoff with 10 drivers. I want to remind you, be sure to check out our website. That's where you'll find all of our rules and regulations regarding the series. And of course, by signing up, you understand and adhere to our rules, and you understand that you are responsible for following them. If you do not do so, you will be penalized. And of course, there's no appeals process. You wouldn't argue with your official or with a sporting official if you are playing sports. Don't argue with me. It's the same consequence there. You're just going to get a much worse situation out of it. And of course, sign up for our Discord. We do sometimes offer reserved ride opportunities. Anyway, there's the point system for Cup. Basically, it's 1 point for every position. Just about. We have bonus points and the playoff point because we don't have stages. So the guy who leads the most laps will get the playoff point. Our regular season champ is playoff eligible. Same in the Lyft, except it's 38-1, and then trucks is 36-1. And of course, at double points races, all of this will double. The top 2 bullets for each series will double, basically. And same for the +5 for winning, or, playoff points, obviously. So the top 33 rule, it's determined by 3 tiers. Charters 1 through 16 are the playoff cars from last season. Note it doesn't say the drivers, the cars from last season. 17 through 20 is highest in points. We did not have anybody that missed the playoffs with 2+ wins. And then, of course, Tier 3, I used random.org, and we did a random draw. So after the first 5 races, the top 33 is based on the current season's points. And then, of course, we'll have the past champions provisional. For Gel Cup, that'll be 7 races. For Lyft, that'll be, Lyft and trucks, you don't have to worry about that. But, of course, that's all explained in our rule book. Of course, none of our past champs are outside the top 33, as you will note here, as you see the top 33 for the first 5 races. Keep in mind, you can get in at race 6, and then, of course, that'll change over. And if you don't like where your car is on this list, I'm sorry, blame the draw. That's all I got to tell you. And of course, outside the top 33, I just did it in numbered order because it really doesn't matter at this point. Now for the truck schedule, and we'll kick off the season at Daytona. That you guys already know. After that, we head to Nashville Fairgrounds for the Fairgrounds 300. I believe it's the first truck race there, I'm not sure. And then for the first time in 20 years, race number 3, it'll be a road course. It'll be the first time we've been there in a long time. It'll be at Sonoma. I wanted to do Cragen 151, but Cragen sold to O'Reilly. So it's going to be the O'Reilly Exide 151. Then we got Martinsville, Richmond, another track the trucks haven't seen in years. Then we go to Dover. Then we head to Charlotte, and that'll be at the 1.5 mile oval. Then we go to Texas, Darlington, and Pocono. So that'll be the 10 opening races. Then we go to race 11. That'll be a quarter slammer for the Plan B 200. Then we go to Homestead, Walt Disney, another track we haven't seen in over 20 years on the Truck Series schedule. And we'll bring you the Chevy Trucks Challenge from there. So another throwback track before we head to Eldora. And that'll be divided in A and B races. I'll explain that in a moment. Then we go to Canadian Tire for our second road course of the season. Then we go to Indianapolis. The Brickyard will host the Gainbridge 200. That'll be our final race before the playoffs and our second double points race. So then we go to the playoffs, and we kick it off at Rockingham. Then we head to Bristol and Chicagoland. That'll make up round 1. Round 2, the round of 8, will be at Talladega. Then we have another track we haven't seen in 20 years, plus Watkins Glen for the Genesee Brewing Company 150. Then we head to Gateway for the Worldwide Technology 200. The Championship 4, that'll be held at Ricky Raceway for the Rogers 250. Now for the Lyft schedule, which you know will start off at Daytona. Then we head to Las Vegas, Phoenix, Auto Club, Michigan, Atlanta, Richmond, Dover, Talladega, and Charlotte. That is the first 10 races of the regular season. Now for 11 to 20. And that'll start off at Texas. Then we head to North Wilkesboro, a vintage track on the schedule. Milwaukee. Then we go to Road America for our first road course of the season. Then we go to Darlington, Daytona, and of course Darlington will be our double points race, our second of 3. Then we go to Pocono, Quarter Slammer, Homestead, and Iowa. That'll be the second part of the regular season. Then we have the final 6 before the playoffs. That'll be kicking off overseas at Twin Ring Motegi for the Panasonic 300. Then we go to Mid-Ohio, Nashville, Lucas Oil, a track the Xfinity Level Series has not seen in a few years. And then we go to Indianapolis for the road course, and that'll be divided into A and B races. I'll explain that at the end for those who don't know what that is. Then we got Rockingham, and that will be the regular season finale, and it will be a double points race. So for the playoffs, we kick it off at Bristol, then we go to Chicagoland and the Roval. That'll be round number 1. Then for the round of 8, we got Watkins Glen, Gateway, and Martinsville. Gateway hasn't been seen in a while on the Xfinity Level schedule. And then, of course, we'll end the regular season, or end the championship at Ricky Raceway for the Rogers 300. Finally, we got the Jello Cup Season 6 schedule. And, of course, we know it'll open with the Great American Race. That'll be next Sunday. Then we go to Las Vegas, Phoenix, and of course I should have noted we have 2 double headers. This is one of them at Phoenix, the Fan Shield 500, the Blue Green Vacations 500. Then we go to Auto Club, Sonoma, Michigan, Atlanta, Martinsville, and Richmond. And I'll explain what's going to happen with the double headers in just a moment. So then we go to Dover, Talladega, Charlotte, and that'll be our second of 4 double points races. Then we go to Texas, Milwaukee, Road America. That'll be a shared weekend with the Lyft National Series. Then we go to Darlington for our third double points race. Daytona, Pocono, and that'll be our second doubleheader. And of course, after race 20, we will have the All-Star break, and that'll be at 8 Bowl this season. So then race 21 will be at Homestead. Then we go to Zen-Joltis. Zen-Joltis, for the first time in 5 seasons, will not host the end of the season party, the Championship 4. It'll instead be at race 22 at the Seagram's 400. Then we go to Kentucky, Nashville, Canadian Tire. That'll be a shared weekend with the Truck Series. And then we head to Indianapolis. That'll be a 3-series weekend over there with the Big Machine Hand Sanitizer 400, our final double points race. So now we got the playoffs, which will kick off at Rockingham. Then we head to Circuit of the Americas. That'll be our 4th road course of the season. And then we head to Bristol. After that, we go to Chicagoland, Talladega, and the Roval for the round of 12. And the Roval will be our 5th road course on the schedule. The round of 8 will feature our final road course race at Watkins Glen. Then we got Gateway Martinsville. And of course, we mentioned, first time in 5 seasons, the Cup Series will not end at Zen-Joltis, and I kind of gave it away. It is at Ricky Raceway for the Rogers 500, kind of a throwback to the old Tax Slayer Cup Series with that championship weekend. It will be Rogers Championship Weekend, so we look forward to bringing that to you on GCN. So how to make the playoffs? Basically the same as Cup. You gotta win, have a combination of that with playoff points. And then the regular season champ, if he is winless, he will make the playoffs. But again, the big thing is once you win a race, you want to stay in the top 20 in the points to be eligible. The Lyft, it's the same thing, but it's top 25. And then Cup, same as last year, top 30. So now I want to explain the A and B races and what will happen for the double points races, or the double header races rather. Too many doubles. So A and B races, which will be the Lyft at the Indy Road Course and the Trucks at Eldora, the field is split in half. Race A will feature positions 1 through 19 for Lyft, 1 through 18 for the Trucks in points. Race B will finish the bottom, or be the bottom 19 and the bottom 18 in Lyft and Trucks respectively. And then of course I want to note, for those who don't know already, if you win the race, you are playoff eligible. It's the same as if the full field was in the race. So then the double headers at Phoenix and Pocono for the Cup. Knockout qualifying will be for race number 1, much like the NASCAR Cup Series, but it'll determine the drivers for both races. So basically, if you fail to qualify for race 1, you will not be in race number 2. So pretty much knockout qualifying is for the entire weekend. It'll make up, and then of course, after race number 1, this is different for this season. Finishing positions 1 through 20 in Cup Race 1 will invert for Race 2, while positions 21 through 40 will remain the same. And of course, I want to address this about midweek races since we're talking about knockout qualifying. The midweek races will have the same qualifying procedures as a normal race weekend, as in when we don't have double headers or anything. So don't worry about that. I know it was different in the NASCAR Cup Series. We're not doing it that way here. in the Jello Cup Series. And we want to thank you for watching. And we can't wait to bring you the season here on GCN. Until then, goodbye, everyone.